So have you been seeing garments with this amazing piping in different colors just to pop, make that garment pop? You're not alone. I definitely love piping. And of course, you can buy it from the store. But if you just want to take some things that you have in your house and make some yourself, then this is the tutorial for you. Everyone, and welcome back to Blueprint DIY, where we remake our clothes to be just as unique as us. Today, I am making a two-part video. They are both releasing at the same time. So if you're seeing this one first, you can go over to the other one. It will be linked right here. But I really wanted to just show you guys how to make piping by yourself. So for super long time, I've been afraid to do piping. Recently, I've been doing it and doing it and doing. And we did a upcycle challenge, a thrift flip challenge in the office. And I decided to make a corset with piping, but I wanted black piping and not white piping, which is what I have in the office. So I decided to just try to make my own. And so since I did it, and I feel like it is a straightforward thing to do, I wanted to show you guys how to do it and give you guys my best tips and tricks to make it as simple as possible. So let's do it. And for this project, you're going to need some type of material that is going to be the fabric over your piping. And for this one, I'm going to use a t-shirt material because I am doing this for a hoodie corset. So it has the same, type of vibe, same type of stretchiness, but a men's dress shirt would be fine, even some seam binding. So in this tutorial, I'm making the piping for this particular corset. This is a hoodie corset. I have done one in different materials, so it doesn't really matter the materials that you're using. Just take something that you have in the house and some cording, or you could even probably use maybe the round shoelaces. If you have any round shoelaces, you could do the same thing with those. Something you have around the house and a specific foot that I'm about to show you. Okay, so when you buy regular piping, it's going to be called bias tape piping, and that's basically because this type of cording is sandwiched in between some bias tape. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut a strip of this that gives, a little bit of room on each side. So you want that much room plus seam allowance, whatever your seam allowance is going to be. So I'm going to cut about a 1.5 inch strip of this. And you want to cut one end open. I'm not going to pull this because you guys know this is also the way I make t-shirt yarn, and I would normally pull it to make it curl up. I don't want this to curl up. So I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sandwich it between, and I'm going to sew as close to this edge as possible, preferably with a matching color thread. And I am going to use a blind hem foot. I like this foot the most, even outside of the cording foot, because when you buy a cording foot, you have to buy the cording foot for that specific size of cording. When I use this foot, it is adjustable, so I can move this little edge thing out so that the piping will fit through. And I really like this foot for cording. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this foot on, this blind hem foot or blind stitch foot on my sewing machine. I'm gonna put it in between the little slot here. And then for the needle, I'm gonna make sure the needle is placed exactly where it needs to be on the cording. So this definitely works if you have a sewing machine where you can adjust where your needle goes, side to side, and make sure that you're on the right stitch, just a regular straight stitch. And we're gonna go ahead and sew this so that it's sewn right along the edge there. You can see I also have a matching thread. And you want to be pushing it to make sure it's all the way towards the fold line. And you just keep folding and pushing. So there you have it. Nearly perfect piping. All right, so here it is. The only thing I would have changed is you really don't need your stitches to be so close together, but I'm very happy with the outcome. And then especially if you're using a thread that kind of matches what you're doing, when you sew it on, then it won't be able to be seen so much. And also, just as you might have guessed, I also sew on my piping with that same foot. So you can come back to my corset tutorial to see how I sew this on. So that was pretty simple. Once you know the steps and have gotten practice, it becomes easier and easier and easier. Like I said, that blind hem foot is a game changer for me. It really, just for me, it makes everything so simple, so straightforward. As long as you have a sewing machine where you can move that needle side to side, then it just makes everything really easy for me. And I will put links to some actual like piping if you just want to buy it, as well as any tools that I use in this video. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing. We do things like this all the time. I try to keep you guys in the know so you can transform your clothes from the everyday to something that you're absolutely proud of and cannot wait to show off. So definitely hit that subscribe button. And if this is the first one of this set that you're watching, definitely go over and see how to make this hoodie corset. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.